Evening, everybody. Welcome to Drink and Think Trivia. This is our Marvel theme night. Also, the Hurricanes are having puck drop in about 3 seconds.
I'm totally in my Marvel gear. I'm Captain Kane.
Captain Kane,
Correct.
not to be confused with Citizen Kane.
No, not that.
So I'm
No,
wearing
not that one.
my To Be Fair shirt, but I figured just the little leaf, and I'd be like, I am Captain Canada, or whatever Canada's equivalent of Captain America is.
But your argument was somehow going to be that it's canon that Letterkenny's in the Marvel universe.
It is.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Wayne would have beaten the hell out of Thanos any day of the week. Come
Yeah,
down
okay.
laneway.
Okay.
Don't come down the property. So like we said, tonight is our Marvel trivia night. Is all Marvel all the time. Well, maybe not all Marvel. A couple of these questions are stuff
Wait,
Marvel
Did you
adjacent.
Did you sneak DC in this quiz, Douglas?
No, never.
Oh, okay.
They don't know how to make a proper cinematic universe anyway.
Not really.
So, a couple rules before we get started. Rule number 1, it's in the background. Don't be a dick. It's that simple. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2.
Yep.
Rule number 3. Rule number 5. Actually, no. I think we changed it. That not in stream, but rule number 3 is just you do you, boo boo. Like
Yeah.
Like
In fact, you know what? Yeah. No, I think that's right.
yeah. So because like rule number 1 is don't be a dick. Rule number 2 is see rule number 1. Rule number 3 is you do you, boo boo.
You do you, boo boo.
Because really, if we're talking about anything, I don't care what your political stance is, your religious stance is, your stance on who makes the best cars. Just live your own life. What does it matter what other people doing?
Guess what?
What?
Check stream. It says it's working. Show me. It didn't do it, did it? It did. Share. Post. Let's go.
There we go.
There it is.
Also, thank you to Soup Smell, Caitlin, or Soup Smell, and Caitlin031992 for following us. We appreciate that. If you guys want to play, if you are new, in the top right corner, there is a little QR code. You can scan that to play, or you can play in browser. If you look at our chat, !triv will get you some instructions to play. If you want to play on your phone or Android or Apple, doesn't matter. Don't ask me about Windows phones. I don't think anyone uses those anymore.
Probably not.
Hey, Rusty, it's been a little while since I've seen you.
He promised he's not cheating. I don't believe in my vote that we flag every question on.
Yep,
Just
every
saying.
question.
Yep, everyone.
So, once you get into Triv now, if it asks you for a room code, that one in the top right, TTQ6, that is your code to get in. You have to make a team name. If you want to play with other people, your team leader will have a code to give to you so you can be on the same team.
Yeah.
So, but as far as rules go, again, rule number 1, don't be a dick. If you're asking, well, what about cheating? Again, see rule number 1, don't be a dick.
Pretty simple.
So you guys are allowed to make fun of us. We're allowed to make fun of you because that's why we make the $0. And actually, I think our Twitch counts up to like $3.27 in the last 6 months. So hell yeah.
All I'm saying is my rule is if you want to make fun of us, be prepared for us to make fun of you for sucking at trivia. So you better get questions right, or we're going to relentlessly call you not question writers.
That is my absolute. That's the one thing I miss about hosting in-person trivia is some people be talking shit the whole time, and then they turn it around, they got everything wrong. I'm like, man, you're talking a lot of shit for someone this stupid. And they're like, what are you talking about? Got everything right. No, sir, you got everything wrong. So,
love
it. When you are answering questions, as far as cheating goes, so obviously we have just what we see as you guys answering. What will be flagged as cheating is if a question is active and you have not answered it yet, and you change to a different app, or you change tabs or whatever, it's going to flag you in our system as cheating because it assumes that you're looking up other information. Really, it's 45 seconds per question. Just answer the question, hit submit. and be done, and then go on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. I don't care. Just it takes like
Literally
no
pull up
time
the
at
question.
all. It takes no
Answer
time at all to
question.
answer these things. Just answer them and be done
It's
with
easy
it.
peasy.
Yeah, super
Done.
easy. So
Hey, guess what?
what?
I think we're ready for the next part, but I fixed something while you were explaining how to not get accused of cheating. We have rule number 3.
You do you, boo boo. Nope.
All right, what you got? What you got?
Well, I was gonna say by that, you do you, boo boo. Like we said, keep your opinions to yourself. Like
Within the restraints of rule number 1,
right,
which is
yeah,
don't be a dick. I mean, pretty easy.
Lucas and I disagree about stuff all the time. We're civil about
Yeah.
it. That's why we love each other.
Doug's a dirty liberal hippie,
Exactly.
but I would still get in bed with him every night.
Hell yeah, I'm an
And it's
excellent
simple.
cuddler.
That's right. I'll be the small spoon to his big spoon all day long. You know, this stream's going off the rails.
Yeah,
we should talk about
weird.
drinking.
Maybe should we get into hot tub streaming? I feel like that's the next step for us.
Ooh.
I would
Not taking the
100%.
jersey off.
I would 100% read trivia from a hot tub.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but here's the key, Doug. Would you read it from a hot tub in a banana hammock?
Ooh. Do I have to stand up at any point?
At least twice per stream.
No. Sorry.
As long as you gave me a Virginia Tech banana hammock. Even though she's screaming back there, I'd do it.
I'd do it. I'd do it. Let's be real. I'd do it.
I'd do it.
Especially get a couple beers in me in a hot tub. I will 100% wear a VT banana hammock and I will dance around the entire time. Now that we gotten completely off the rails, let's get into what we're drinking. Mr. Canes need to clinch already. What you drinking tonight?
It's Bold Rock. It's their IPA, and it is inserted not in its normal sweater, but Stanley Cup playoffs. You better take warning.
Nice, nice. Chat, why don't you let us know what you're also drinking?
Yeah, what's that word that I wanted? What are you imbibing?
Imbibing?
Is that it? Did I do that right? Did I words?
I am drinking, well, water here, but
Fair.
Coors Light, which is, I mean, essentially the same thing. So
Water.
I have not had my chance to go up to Rocket Frog to get. Although Rocket Frog stopped canning, which I'm really upset.
Not great for you and your beer.
No, they still bottle their Shame and Torment, but that thing's like 11%, and it's a barrel aged stout, and I'm not trying to get messed up.
Wasty every Thursday night.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on,
so.
Doug. All right.
But yeah, so
I believe it is time.
I don't know why chat's not syncing up in Triv now.
I never know with that, which is why I have the separate window just for
Yeah, it's fine.
right over here.
All right.
so I can
Well,
see
let's
it.
get started. Why don't you take the lead, sir?
Let's enter the universe of Marvel with a pretty straightforward 50-50 question set because we like those. This is going to be MCU BS or North Mythos. So for this round, take a look at Thor and Norse mythology. We're going to give you a fact from the Thor movies, and you tell us if it's actual Norse mythology or if it's just BS made up by the people writing stuff at Marvel because they're, creative. Maybe?
I will tell you, so I wrote this round. All of my knowledge comes from Neil Gaiman's Norse Mythology is the name of the book. It is just a collection of stories. It's really good, 100% recommend, but it's based off of like historical texts and all that stuff from fairy
I've always
tales or
heard
whatever.
His books are really good, especially the one on Norse mythology.
Yeah.
So,
It's only
first
like
up.
8 hours, so you could read it. You could listen to it on the way down to Tech and back. For me.
Easy peasy. Yeah, well, it'd take me 2 trips, but, First up, Mjolnir was created by Odin. Is this North Mythos or MCU bullcrap?
And for those wondering about the GIF, that's Odin from American Gods, which obviously says in the top right corner, but in case you didn't know what god he was.
Things you learn.
And now you know.
Ooh, the 8 teams are in. Let's go review team names. I need to know what we have here. To the leaderboard,
Oh,
Dr. Bunghole.
It's all Avengers.
The Incredible Bunghole. Who is I Am Bunghole? Because Bunghole America, I get. Bungholes of the Galaxy. Literally just Black Widow Groot.
I assume
You got
I Am
Groot,
Bunghole
right?
is supposed to be I Am Groot. Just Bunghole.
Ah. So we have 2 Groots.
Yep.
And Inhumans. Cool. So Bunghole's sticking to the theme. Proud of you guys, as usual. Well, they have a I am Bunghole, so we assume that is a I am Groot.
Yep.
Kim thinks that's Iron Man for some reason. I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man. Do, 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 do. Fair. Well, I mean, they can clarify if they want to, Kim.
No, so you don't get on your app, I hope it shows the multiple choice, but... Oh, I want the Lego Thor hammer. That sounds awesome.
We need to do that. All 8 answers are in. The correct answer. This is, in fact, Marvel Cinematic Universe bullcrap. Mjolnir was actually created by a pair of dwarven blacksmiths, manipulated by Loki to create new hair for Freya.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So, yeah, it's as weird as it sounds. You followed that up with literally the explanation of why I was ringing that weird.
So literally the story is Thor wakes up and Freya's crying. And he's like, or Frigg, sorry, not Freya, Frigg. And he's like,
yeah,
why are you crying so much? And where did your hair go? Also, in the books, he sounds super, super stupid, which he is, because he is literally supposed to be just a fighter. That's it. Like, that's all he does.
Just pure brawn.
So, in the story, he goes to Loki immediately and says, why did you cut her hair? It was the greatest hair in all of Asgard. While he's holding him off of the ground, choking him. And he's like, I'll fix it. My bad. I was drunk. I thought it'd be funny. So he goes to 2 sets of dwarven brothers and says the one pair, hey, I've heard that your gifts suck compared to the other. And they're like, we'll create 3 for the gods and show. And then goes to the other set and goes, I heard they suck more, blah, blah, blah. But you have to make golden hair that feels like real hair. So these dwarves make this golden hair that attaches to Frigg's head and like magically attaches and starts growing like real hair and feels like real hair, even though it's made out of gold.
So you mean to tell me the first 2 pay, most likely like written about in mythology, was Norse?
Yep.
Fascinating.
So that's also why, and actually in that story, it explains why Mjolnir is a one-handed hammer. The brothers going in to make Mjolnir, one of them's working the bellows, and the one who's creating it says, if you fluctuate at all, like, we're screwed.
Yeah.
But part of the wager was that the dwarves creating Mjolnir said, if we win, we get your head. And Loki's like, yeah, sure. So he turns into a bug and tries to keep biting the dude to, like, make him stop and screw up. And,
no, quit it.
So, of course, they screw up on Mjolnir. So instead of a 2-handed, like, you know, Ronan the Destroyer hammer, it's a one-handed hammer.
Get wrecked.
Cool. Next question. This is a bad round for me because I just want to explain everything. But let's talk about everyone's favorite trickster, Loki. In the MCU, he was adopted by Odin and was the heir to the ice giant throne. Is that MCU BS or Norse mythology?
I was just going to say speak of the devil himself when we got to this round.
Yep.
Because we were talking about everything I feel like you can talk about in Norse mythology redirects back to Loki. Like he's the key.
He literally starts everything. Almost every story in Norse mythology either ends with Loki saving the day or starts with Loki fucking everything up.
Sounds reasonable to me.
So the Norse equivalent of Achilles is, I forget the dude's name, but it's one of Freya's kids. And he's so pretty that she goes to every animal, plant, everything in the world and says, don't kill him. And they're like, cool. Except for the holly bush, because she thinks that holly bushes would never kill somebody. So Loki makes a dart and shoots the dude with a holly bush and kills him.
That's great. That sounds like Loki.
So the answer is that's MCU BS. So Loki was half giant, yes. He was born to Farboti, who was an Asgardian god, and Laufey, both of which were minor characters in all of Norse mythology. But he was born in Asgard, and his father, Laufey, was never any sort of giant leader at all. He was just some dude who was cool with the gods. Or I guess I should say, some giant cool with the gods.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
Next, let's talk about how awesome Cate Blanchett looked as Hela in Thor Ragnarok.
Seriously, though, like, damn.
No, she looked awesome, dude. Like that whole portrayal was great. Yeah, it was. It was badass. Kim's right.
Evil. It was awesome.
Yeah, pure evil. This question: are Loki and Thor her brothers in the mythos? So actual brothers or just MCU BS brothers? So much interesting. This is like this is a legit cool round just because of the mythology of it all.
It's super cool. Again, I mean, obviously they're not getting paid by Neil Gaiman, but like either read Norse mythology or do the book on tape because he narrates it, and it is fantastic.
I believe it. What was it? His other book is American Gods, right?
Yep. He also wrote for the he wrote for the MCU for a while.
Really?
The Sandman series.
Interesting.
Who also funny, so it was a comic. Actually, no, that was DC. Sorry, Sandman was DC because he wrote about Arkham Asylum. But Sandman is about the god of sleep, or the immortal being of sleep and dreams, who contracts with William Shakespeare to write all of his books. Essentially says like, sell me, here's your bargain, you write all these stories, but the first one and the last one I get to tell you what to write. And the first one is Midsummer's Night Dream, and he brings in all of the dwarves and fairies that Midsummer's Night Dream's written about to watch the play.
Oh, that's great.
As pretty much as a middle finger to the king of the fairies. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, he writes some interesting stuff. I'm gonna check more of that out. The correct answer here with our 8 teams in, this is MCU BS. You want to tell him, Doug? Tell him who Hela really is.
The really crazy part is Hela is actually the daughter of Loki. Loki had 4 kids. Fenrir, or Fenris Wolf, whichever way you want to pronounce it. The World Serpent, who's so large he can eat his own tail, and he lives in the ocean. And Sleipnir, which is Odin's 8-legged horse. Think about how fucked that is. One of Loki's kids is Odin's mount into battle. Like, that's... But, so Hela in Mythos looks like a small human child. If you look at her from one side, she looks like the most beautiful child you've ever seen. From the other side, she looks like a zombie. And
hard pass.
So Odin took pity on all of them because he's like, yeah, Loki's kind of a dickhead. Like, I'm not going to punish you for his problems. And so sends Hela to rule the underworld, or the afterworld, where if you don't die an honorable death, if you don't die in battle, you go to the afterworld instead of
Valhalla.
Valhalla. I was gonna say Valheim. I'm like, that's a game.
That's not it.
Fenrir became really good friends with Tyr. Bit off his hand. That's a different story. World Serpent he put into the ocean because the serpent loved water. Then he wanted him to grow and prosper. And the story behind Sleipnir is there was a giant building the wall for the gods, and he said, if I can finish the wall in 3 months around all of Asgard, I get to marry Freya, and I also get to keep the sun and the moon. And they're like, cool. And then they're like, hey, Loki, go fuck with him. And so Loki turns into a horse to distract his horse. Loki turns into a female horse to distract the horse, and then disappears magically for 3 months and comes back with a small 8-legged horse in tow.
I know.
So, Norse mythology is fucked up.
Fourth question, Doug.
Yep.
that's where I'm at.
Yep. Back to Mjolnir. Odin states that only those that are worthy may wield Mjolnir, in more of a magical sense than a you have to be super ripped sense. Is that BS or Norse mythos? Okay, I'll stop telling stories now because I think the rest of these are pretty straightforward.
I was enjoying your stories. I was more upset Carolina just had a chance on a wraparound with an empty net, and a New York player dove into the net and knocked it off the posts.
What's it on?
It's on ESPN, I think.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, we're on ESPN. but the guy got kind of knocked down, and he saw we were going to shoot, so he just slid on into the net and took the post off the nets. Otherwise, it was a goal. Tough scenes. This is going to be our night. I can feel it.
Well, that's
all right, everybody's in. What we got?
That is MCU BS. So
there we go.
Mjolnir is actually just ridiculously heavy, and while Thor is super strong in the mythos, along with his magic hammer, he has a magic gauntlets and a belt that help him properly utilize the hammer. Also created with, like, when they created the hammer and presented it, they're like, oh, also you need this belt and these gauntlets.
If you
want to make it work, like, you need these things too.
Here's your accessories.
If you play D&D, it would essentially be the gauntlets of giant strength and belt of giant strength.
Yep, belt of giant strength. Next, Anthony Hopkins plays a pretty good all-knowing super-wise warrior wizard dude because he doesn't have enough titles. In the movies, he is called Odin, the Allfather. But is this the name that was made up by MCUBS or his actual mythos name? So is he known as Odin the Allfather in mythos? Good picture of Anthony Hopkins.
I love the...
Idiots, these big boneheaded idiots.
The most heartwarming thing I've ever seen from Anthony Hopkins is he's a composer as well, and I think it was like the New York Philharmonic was playing a bunch of stuff. Anthony Hopkins was in attendance, and as a tribute, they found one of his pieces and performed it as their last song for him.
Oh, that's so cool.
And he's like crying in the audience, and I'm like, everyone else knew it, like it was like his birthday present or something, and I'm like, that's... And it was a beautiful song. Like, it wasn't just like a slap together. It was a really good song.
Dang. With all eight in, that is actually North Mythos. That's his name. Odin the Allfather. And by extension, Scandinavian culture to boot.
Yeah, so...
Given their last name of the father's first name followed by the son or sentence. Odin is the father of all. He is Allfather. Neat. So it's how Scandinavians come up with their names. Their last names are basically built off of their other names, right?
Yeah. So if I had a son, or if I had a child, they would be named whatever Douglas son, or Sen. So, son or child of Douglas. So
neat.
Kids do not share the same name as their parents because they're all.
They
different.
Literally share a title that means of.
Right.
Of the father, though, right?
Yeah. So. Okay. And that's kind of how they trace back their lineage. So, like, my child would say, son of Douglas, son of Edward, son of Douglas, son of George, son of blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But that's where the son comes from, is like, this is my progenitor kind of thing. And since Odin killed his dad and created that, or after killing his dad, turned it into the universe, he became the Allfather.
Father of everything. There we go. Sweet.
All right. So the entire universe, according to Thor and the MCU, is separated into the 9 realms around the world tree. In the MCU, they refer to a few: Midgard, Jotunheim, Asgard, and Niflheim. Are those made up for cinema or based on Norse mythos?
I like this gif a lot. Go Giants!
Oh, I love it. I was just looking for, like, giants, like, any gif of just giants in general, and all I found were the New York Giants, and I was like, I don't want to put Eli Manning up on here, so...
No.
Pete Davidson it is.
That's fair enough. Pete Davidson, someone who I thought was really annoying, still may be, but I kind of like him.
Yeah, he's a pretty down-to-earth dude. Like, he knows who he is, and doesn't, like, rub it in anyone's face that he's famous or anything.
And
gotta
now
respect
dates Kim Kardashian and is pretty respectable in that whole situation too, which is a disaster in itself.
Yeah. So, the answer is that is actually Norse mythos. Norse mythos states that there are 9 realms for each of the different races that all are grown off of the world tree like some sort of cosmic fruit. Also, as a fun, the way that Odin learned magic, is he hung
Okay.
himself on the world tree as a sacrifice to himself. And on like the 9th day, he saw the runes that rule all of magic, and so now he can do magic. Don't ask. don't
okay,
ask.
yeah. I just like I'm picturing the self-centered level of
Odin is Odin is more self-centered than Zeus, just
Odin
not as
about Odin.
just not as much philandering, because he's actually a very what's the word?
Oil.
When you're monogamous, he's a very monogamous person. Or god.
Fair enough. Number 7. To get around in the MCU, there are plenty of ways to travel. The gods use the Bifrost, controlled by Heimdall. Is this MCU BS or North mythos? Man, the Bifrost and Heimdall.
Dude, the Bifrost CGI is some of my favorite like use of CGI, because it just looks so epic. And the fact that it leaves like runes behind when they like teleport people.
It's super neat. They were really, I mean, the special effects there are super neat.
Yep. And that's 8.
Heimdall, though, is played by Idris Elba. Yeah,
Yep.
okay. I was making sure I wasn't like off course there, but I thought it was Idris Elba. Correct answer. That is, in fact, North mythos.
You mean super jacked Idris Elba?
Yeah. So, like I said, Idris Elba.
You're not wrong.
The guy who I want to be James Bond.
Yep.
So badly. But
I mean, have you seen Trevor Noah's explanation on why it couldn't be?
No, I haven't, but I don't care.
It's
because he's wrong.
Well, it's so he.
Which Trevor Noah's really funny. So
yeah, he talks about like, all the evil people are in like Eastern Bloc countries who are just like predominantly white. So, black guy walks up and is just like, "Hi, I'd like a martini, shaken, not stirred." James Bond, right? How'd you know? Well, someone said a spy was coming in town, and you know.
Yeah, okay, Trevor. No, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, the Bifrost connects all the worlds, and is how the gods travel around. Heimdall doesn't really control it though, but he does stand watch where the Bifrost comes to Asgard, as he's sort of a sentinel, and he can also see all. All right, last one of the round. This is a free response. This is actually MCU. Let's talk about Mjolnir one more time. In the MCU, how many different people have been able to wield or pick up Mjolnir, not counting the new Thor trailer? So we're not bringing Natalie Portman into this. Right? Although Natalie Portman is Thor, so spoilers.
We already know that Thor has wielded it.
Yes. So how many people have wielded Mjolnir? And I need an exact number because... Yeah.
Because Doug said so.
Yep. Ooh, we're so close. Y'all are so close.
I like the lack of complaints and just straightforward answers, and people are like all over it.
Yeah, they're normally it's like, I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know who the fuck that is.
I mean,
fuck this, fuck that.
Great answers all around.
Yep.
I really wanted my my gift to work for the Facebook post today, and it was when Cap summons Thor or summons Mjolnir. Oh, big surprise! It's at least 2.
Yeah.
And catches it. And it's all of the like everybody in the big battlefield with Thanos, and it says Avengers Assemble. That was supposed to be my gift, and I could not get it to play for anything. It made me so sad. That's such a cool scene.
So like there are so few times I can count on one hand the number of times I have heard a entire movie theater either break out in cheers, laughing, or crying. Normally it's like a smattering of. But when Captain America caught that hammer, the entire theater erupted.
Went crazy.
Yeah.
I believe.
Black
Black
Widow,
Widow's
we're
the only
missing
one who
your
hasn't
answer.
answered.
I'll give you 15 more seconds.
I can tell you exactly how long that is because we're on a power play.
Oh, yeah.
And you said it at 140.
Yep. Wait.
And now it's 130. Just
I'm at
I'm not worried.
109.
Different times. Don't worry about it. I am just now at 125.
Oh, I can really mess with you now, can't I?
Don't do it,
I
please,
won't.
Jesus.
No.
On the up note, you just told me they're still on a power play at 109, so that means we kill the next 10 seconds of power play.
All right, and the answer is 5. Here you have Thor, duh. Captain America, duh. Vision picks it up, no problem.
That's
Odin,
his vision.
who is the one who puts the enchantment on it, and then Hela, who
Yeah, she does use it, doesn't she?
yep, to smack Thor around with it.
That's what I was about to say. Doesn't she beat the crap out of Thor? Is what I thought. I couldn't remember.
Yep, and then she destroys it.
Yeah, she does.
So
Then he has to go make his cool battle axe, right?
that battle axe is so cool.
Yep.
And the answer. Oh, so here is your leaderboard.
Scoreboard.
And in first place we have
Scoreboard.
Groot with 13.89. Second place Black Widow, 12.87. Third place Bunghole America, 12.48. Fourth place Bunghole's the Galaxy. I Am Bunghole, The Incredible Bunghole, Inhumans, and Dr. Bunghole with 0.05 points.
Yes.
Man down
Okay, I'm good.
goal. Man,
Okay.
that's.
Okay, sorry. Headphones are settled.
Oh, just
it's
that
time for
was
the next
that
question,
looked
right?
just so simple. Just boop, boop.
We're really good short-handed. You know that we haven't converted on like the last 81 of our 90 power plays, but we've scored like 4 short-handed goals. I hate hockey. Mostly I hate Carolina because we don't understand when we have an extra guy how to score.
That's
Okay,
fair.
sorry, I digress. This is about Marvel. We're here.
All right.
So,
Next round.
next category is real world Marvel. Most of the Marvel is only in the MCU, but some things in the real world trickle into the movies. Here's a round on those things. First up, which Smithsonian Museum does Cap visit in Captain America Winter Soldier? It's multiple choice, don't worry.
Yep. I think the rest of these.
I think we stick
Nope,
multiple
we
choice
got
except
another-
for the last round. Last round, right? Maybe the last 2 rounds.
The next
actually.
round too.
Oh, okay.
Next round's pretty easy though. The next one's gonna take some interpretation though. But besides this
I
one
believe.
and the final one, it'll be multiple choice. Or sorry, the
Cool.
next round and the final round are the only other two. So half and half.
Sadly,
that's
I'm
all right. We have 5
becoming
rounds left.
concerned.
2/3.
I'm becoming
2/5.
concerned that Black
2/5.
Widow,
There we go.
who is chilling in second right now, has potentially left the game,
I hope not.
and that feels bad because they're who we're waiting on right now.
I wasn't gonna say any more stories. I promise.
We were gonna actually just ask questions while Lucas watches hockey.
I mean, so am I. So.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Come on. I want the more goals.
All right. I just.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough. I'm sorry, Black Widow. You were there. You had a shot. We'll miss you.
Yeah.
Ripping pepperonis. The correct answer: the Air and Space Museum.
All right. Number 10.
Hit your head.
The Stark Industries logo is heavily based on which real aerospace company?
I thought this was about the Marvel universe, not
was-
about Norse mythology.
I was really struggling with the last one because all I could think of were like the DC local aerospace. So like the last one I put in was SpaceX.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, there's like Booz Allen up here, and like Raytheon, and all these other ones that are like local, or local, and it's like, yeah, I don't think anyone knows any of those.
Yeah. Feels bad.
Feels bad.
I'm trying to remember. My problem with that was a round that we're probably gonna have next week, which is the you don't know what company, the parent company of a company.
Oh,
So your
yeah.
favorite companies, you don't know who owns them. There are like there's like 8 or 10 parent companies that own like half of the world, it feels like.
Yep.
And
That's pretty
so when
true.
you get, when you like, say Kraft cheese is owned by General Mills or something, you're trying to come up with the competitors for General Mills, and there aren't that many. They just don't exist. So it was
Honestly,
weird.
I feel like those companies keep like one or two small businesses, or like, so like Walmart will carry the major brands, and then there's like the Walmart brand stuff, and I think that's the only reason that no one gets sued for monopolies. But I'm pretty sure like Walmart's owned by the company who's owned by the company who owns like General Mills.
Yeah, probably.
So, all right, what's the answer?
Right. The correct answer that you came up with was Lockheed Martin.
Also, if you guys want to play some games afterwards, we'll hang around. May play some Among Us. May play some Jackbox. I have a new game, Rift Tracks the game. So if you guys are interested, you have to join our Discord to be able to play. We'll probably reference it a couple times, but if you're interested in playing, you have to join our Discord.
It's in the link tree that literally just got linked in chat. So
Yep.
pop up chat, click that link tree. It'll show you our Twitch. It'll show you our Facebook. It'll give you the link to our Discord. You get all of our socials all in one nifty dandy place.
Yep. All right, number 11. What game does Tony Stark catch a S.H.I.E.L.D. employee playing on the bridge of the helicarrier?
I thought this was funny.
10 points if you can name the game that's being played in the GIF.
Did you just say 10 points?
Yep.
I thought, but
Oh,
that's
no,
what,
to you,
oh, that's being played in
sorry.
the GIF.
But also,
10
one
points.
point to people in chat if you can tell me what game's being played in the GIF.
I'll be honest. It looks like an 8-bit version of Perfect Dark. That's about the best I can do with that.
Oh, that's James Bond.
Yeah, but Perfect Dark was a reskin of James Bond, let's be honest.
I don't have my watch, but I downloaded a new watch face for my Fitbit. It's the GoldenEye, like the pause menu that has the health and the shield things.
Yeah.
And in the center of the time, I'm like, that's super cool. Like the more you walk, the more the shields go up, and the more your heart is in the target range, the higher the health goes up. And Rusty Shackelford gets it. That is Contra.
Is that Contra? Yeah. I never played Contra. I just kind of know it.
I didn't realize that Contra was the name of a operation to invade Vietnam.
Things you learn.
That was like the initial invasion was Operation Contra. So
of course it was.
that makes a lot more sense now. Although why we thought the Vietnamese were summoning oh right. I forgot racism. Duh.
There it is.
There we go.
What's the correct answer?
Rusty, what's your team? And also, the correct answer is Galaga. That man's playing Galaga. He thought we wouldn't notice.
Rusty will hit you with the team. We'll catch him on this one. Which famous celebrity did Peter Quill tell kids was his dad and whose picture he carried in his wallet? Peter Quill. Enlighten me. Remind me.
Star-Lord.
Ah, okay.
Chris
that
Pratt.
makes sense. Chris Pratt. Yeah, okay. What gift is this?
The A-Team.
Is that A-Team?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
Of course it is.
Sorry, I was clearing my throat.
Hey, look, New York's on another power play. And they scored. Goody.
Wait, they did?
Yeah.
I think I'm behind you now.
On a crappy cross-check call, which I'm really not happy about. 7 of 8 are in. We're going ahead and going. He carried a picture of Mr. Hasselhoff.
Kurt Russell actually played his real dad.
Yeah, I know. It was interesting.
All right. After getting out of prison, where does Scott Lang find a job before getting fired after his manager finds out about his criminal record?
Welcome to the restaurant. Scott Lang is that who I
Paul
think
Rudd.
it is? Is that Ant-Man? I was wondering
Yeah.
if it was Ant-Man, but I wasn't sure. Don't super know my Marvel universe, but I know it enough, so I was like, I think that's Ant-Man, but I can't remember.
Alright, once we're done this one,
Yep.
and you take the next question, I'm going to hit the head real quick.
I got you, Bubba. Read your answer. We're
Alright.
good to go.
And the answer is Baskin Robbins. So the scene is, look, man, I've got a master's in electrical engineering, alright? I'm going to be fine. Cut scene. Welcome to Baskin Robbins.
Welcome to Baskin Robbins.
Alright.
All right. While he is away, question number 14. Which famous billionaire made a guest appearance in Iron Man 2? And no, we are not talking about Robert Downey Jr. As we all know, Iron Man is billionaire, but what billionaire was floating around in that? So many to choose from, so many that everybody loves. All of them going to space or something, probably. I don't know. Let's see. Let's read. A genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. Oh, yeah, his perfect description of himself. You gotta love that. And with 7 of 8 in, we're going to go ahead and lock that in. The correct answer is Elon Musk. Good job, most of you. Half of you? Some of you. You know what? Close enough. I saw check marks, okay? Don't judge me. Next question. Number 15. Which NASA facility was used for the opening scene in Avengers? Okay. I'm learning about these. He wrote me notes about all these space centers. Because I'll be honest with you, I only know one of them. Because I'm a bad space nerd. Do I know that one? Oh, I didn't know that was a space facility. You just said that was science. Because you did marine biology. So Wallops, Kim went to in high school. It was for like biology stuff there, right? Cool. So apparently they do a lot of things. And as most of you typed in, I know Cape Canaveral, obviously in Florida, but the correct answer for this one is the Neil Armstrong Test Facility. It's in Sandusky, Ohio. It's the world's largest and most powerful space environment simulation facility, including a space simulation vacuum chamber measuring 100 foot in diameter and 122 foot high. So if you want to fake be in space, go to Ohio.
Oops.
Final question of the round. Get your wagers in. Even out the leader. Points for you. The Avengers trash an airport in Captain America Civil War. Which airport did they trash? You could you are more than allowed to give its airport code.
Yep.
I'm sure that Doug will know that.
Give me a second. I only know the DC codes.
Yeah, I literally know Charlotte and Atlanta.
Dulles is IAD. Baltimore.
Yeah, we always fly
BWI,
a BWI. We
and
fly
Reagan
BWI a lot.
is RFK.
Yep. Atlanta's ATL, and then Charlotte's CLT. There. I found its code.
Yep, got it.
Oh, that feels bad.
Feels bad, bro.
I'm going to ask for clarification on that. Clarification requested, Bunghole America. 7 of 8 answers. We'll wait on our clarification from Bunghole America, and then we'll give the one back. I don't know the name. I enjoy the clarification. That isn't correct. The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, is code LEJ, which stands for Leipzig Halle Airport. It's the airport in Germany. I don't know what you want from me. Doug wrote these questions. Take it up with him.
These questions. These ones were not me. These ones were written by Mitch, and then I added the multiple choice questions, or the multiple choice choices.
There you go.
So here is your leaderboard. In first place, Bunghole America, 28.96. Groot, 22.99. Third place, Bungholes of the Galaxy, 18.01. Fourth place, I Am Bunghole, followed by Black Widow, Dr. Bunghole, Inhumans, and The Incredible Bunghole with 9.05. Who's only below by 0.34, so.
Did we ever give Rusty his extra point for getting Contra right? Because I don't think we ever got a team.
No, he didn't. Rusty, what's your team?
Rusty
Shackelford. What is your team name?
What is your team? It's your round to kick off whenever you are ready, sir.
Next round is Hero Origin. Let's get into where our MCU heroes auf Deutsch Germans is coming. Bunghole America.
Oh, there you go.
Let's get into where our MCU heroes all came from. All that you need to write down is where the hero got their power in the movies, not the comics. And let's start with the oldest Avenger, Thor. Because, you know, he's like 900 years old. But
yeah, he's the old man. Yeah, it is a free response where they come from, so...
Yeah, it's up to our discretion, just...
I think I know what I would count as this answer, and Bunghole America put it in.
Yeah.
I think that's a sufficient answer.
Incredible Bunghole I'd give as well.
I was gonna request for clarification from them.
Yeah.
See if the Incredible Bunghole give us the name.
Although,
because I figured that's what people would say.
So Inhumans and Groot are pretty close, because in the movies he does say that is their source of power. The people.
I mean, it is a source of power, but it's not necessarily where they came from. So we're asking where their origin. No, where the hell got their power? No, you're right. No, I think that's fair. I think those two answers are good. And we're missing, I believe...
I Am Bunghole.
Yeah.
I wonder if Black Widow joined another team, and that's why...
You never can tell. Maybe something came up. Okay, I Am Bunghole.
No.
Unlike y'all's teams.
So I'm going to spoil. The next round is about villain demises, and I am super proud of the answers that I put in there.
That was pretty good. All right. You're good.
Answer is he was born as the God of Thunder. Or he was from Odin. But in the MCU, when they find Odin on, like, the fjords or whatever, he's like, the people of Asgard is where our powers come from. So
Asgard and Odin were awardable answers there. Yeah. Well done.
All right.
The first Avenger, because we got a little redneck here. Captain America. First Avenger, Captain America. And don't just say doctors or science. I want the specifics of where Captain America came from. So what made him Captain America?
So if he's the first Avenger, it should be spelled Merca. Captain Merca.
Captain Merca.
It should be Captain Merca.
Captain Merca, like Captain Crunch.
That's...
Do you want to give that to Kim? Because she's one word off, and I would argue, that that first word is what the second word is. In fact, I give it to all the... So far, there's only two people that I wouldn't give it a correct answer to.
If those 2 words are present, I think.
Yes, I agree. I'm glad.
Although I do think the powers do come from Chris Evans, because let's be real.
Do they?
Yeah. I want to know how they put the skinny suit on him.
Tony Stark's dad.
That's actually correct, but we were looking for...
No.
What were we looking for? Because we said don't say doctors or science. And Dr. Howard Stark is...
the scientist / engineer who created super soldier serum. So if any of you put super serum in your answer, you pretty much got it. So we had super serum, we had someone with exactly super soldier serum, and somebody for some reason put military super serum.
It's military.
But anyway,
grade.
We won't.
It's military grade.
It's military grade super serum.
But wait, wouldn't that go to the lowest bidder then? So it's probably not a super serum.
Most likely.
It's a passable serum.
There we go. It's acceptable. It gets the job done.
It was
On
created
a
by
budget.
contractors, so it's a passable serum.
All right.
All right, so here's an easy one. The Hulk. The fact that they changed, like, which ones are canon and are not canon for the Hulk now, and they refuse to put the Hulk in his own movies anymore, because he apparently doesn't... I'm sorry. There's the Edward Norton Hulk, and then there's the Mark Ruffalo Hulk. If they did a Mark Ruffalo Hulk movie, I think it would do a lot better than a the other dude, Hulk. I just said his name. I can't think of it. Damn it.
I enjoyed Edward Norton. I don't know that he would have fit in the MCU well, but I think he did good as an independent Hulk movie.
And I think that was the problem, though, was he was really hard to work with, and that's why the MCU didn't want him around, because if he signed an MCU deal, it'd be like 9 movies that they'd have to put up with him.
Yeah. Although this scene where he smashes Loki is pretty great right here. My favorite scene with Hulk
I'm willing to give
is
half
Captain
points to
America.
Bunghole. I am Bunghole.
I am Bunghole for that. Then you probably need to give half points to Dr. Bunghole as well, if not full points.
I give full points to Dr. Bunghole.
Okay, full point. Okay, you went full points there. Okay, good. I
put half points for I am Bunghole and full points for Dr. Bunghole.
Gotcha. And
the answer is gamma radiation. So I also gave it to gamma rays, and then I gave half points to radiation.
Because it's a particular type of radiation. Duh. I just got a funny face mad at me for being particular, apparently.
No.
Question number 20. Where did Captain Marvel come from? Did we even watch this? Yeah, we did. I don't even remember it. That's sad. Why don't I remember it? I may have been playing video games while you watched it.
I mean, that's correct. The first one is correct, but I gave it to him.
The first one?
Yeah. It was the power source for the correct answer.
Gotcha. Mutant.
There we go. Inhumans got it.
Yeah,
like
I see it.
Spot on too.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good.
I mean, nice boobs do get you very far in Hollywood, so.
But not the correct answer.
Although Brie Larson's up there with Jennifer Lawrence as far as like people who like don't care. She's like, I'm gonna do whatever I want, and if you guys love me, cool. If not, whatever.
Fair enough. The correct answer here that we were looking for is it's radiation from a crashed spaceship, or in particular, as someone put it in their answer, Kree ship explosion. Good job.
And the Kree ships actually got their power from runoff from the Tesseract, which is how the Tesseract got to Earth. And
so those points
were
also awarded.
It was also swallowed by a cat that took out Agent Fury's eye, but which is funny when you go back and someone asks him like, "How'd you lose your eye?" From someone I trusted, and I'm like, yeah, a cat scratching you, like that makes sense.
Fair enough. Yeah.
All right. Next one is a War Machine.
I love this one.
Or,
I'm not gonna lie. I hope everybody gets it right.
Captain Rhodes. Rhodey.
Captain Rhodes. How was War Machine created? I bet that we're gonna get. Yep, there it is. I was about to say. I was about to say that's the answer we're gonna get.
Yeah, probably. These are very much up to interpretation. We're giving you a wide berth.
Yeah, we are.
I mean, maybe not semen, but.
God, that's great. Yeah. That ain't it.
That's okay. The Dr. Bunghole will give it to.
I like Dr. Bunghole's answer. It's probably the most along the lines of what the traditional answer was. So
let's give him a bonus point.
I like the bonus point there. I agree. Bonus point to Dr. Bunghole, who took a long time to answer. So it basically evens them out with some people who answered fast.
Yep. All right. And your answer is So he actually stole an Iron Man suit and then gave it to the military. And then the military liaison, which was Hammer Corps or something like that, created the War Machine suit along with I forget what's his name.
The big suit that he wears in the final first one. Don't they make the big giant outfit that he wears?
No, that's Ironmonger. That's
it. Yep.
That's Obadiah Slade. But all the drones are created by the dude they find who hates Tony, and they all go rogue. But
those are made by isn't that oh no, why can't I remember his name? Yeah, but what's his real name? Actor's name?
I can't think of his name. I just he looks so creepy in that. Hold on.
The Russian dude though, right? The dude who walks out with the whips on the IndyCar track.
He's Ivan Vanko. Whiplash. Yeah. Played by
nice, good job.
Rourke.
Rourke.
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke. Thank you. Good lord. Should have known that. But anyone who put in Tony Stark, we gave you credit for because technically Tony created the suit.
It's just an Iron Man suit, and then later he just starts creating War Machine suits for him. So
yeah, there you go.
All right.
The next one, where did Ant-Man originate from? Mr. Rudd.
I'll give Inhumans and Bunghole America.
Well, Inhumans on it again.
I mean, technically, Groot's not wrong.
I mean, she's not, but no. Okay, no. Clarify, dear. What's the crazy scientist's name?
I'm gonna give it to Dr. Bunghole because the name is there.
So Inhumans for me, Bunghole America, and Bungholes of the Galaxy, in my opinion, all got the name.
Yep. And Dr. Bunghole.
And if you want to give it to Dr. Bunghole, even though... Oh, yeah, I see what he did there. Yeah, no, I agree completely.
Yep. All right.
And since someone didn't clarify, they get no points.
Gave you the chance.
We did. Correct answer, he stole the suit from Hank Pym. So, sadly, sorry, I am Bunghole. He does get his power from his suit, but it was because he stole it from Hank Pym. So if you had Pym or Pym particles in your answer, you got that correct.
So this is origin story, not source of their power.
Correct.
So it's like Thor doesn't get his hammer-wielding powers from Mjolnir.
From Mjolnir.
He gets them because he was born as
he
God of Thunder.
He gets them from the belt and the gauntlet that the dwarves made him.
I mean, he was already the God of Thunder, though. Which, I don't get why they call him the God of Thunder when he uses lightning. Like,
lightning.
If he was God of Thunder, he just had, like, sonic booms constantly.
I think it's because when you use Mjolnir to strike things, it creates a sonic boom all the time.
That's fair.
Like, he does call down lightning, but most of his hits are thunderous, as it were.
That's fair.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
This is a pun. I'm so
The
proud
next
of me.
one is Black Panther. Where does his powers come
I really loved I love this answer too, because it seems like how I would have answered it. This is the like most just yeah, it's from that thing over there answer. Hey Doug.
Yep.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
Aw, man.
I don't want to see a Black Panther 2 because it's not going to have him in it.
Yeah, but I do like the idea for the replacement at the same time. It's just sad, man.
I mean, it's still not confirmed, but it's...
That's true.
Based on the pictures and whatnot.
It should be her, I think. But we'll see.
Man, only one person's gotten it so far.
Is that the first answer?
Yep.
I do like the incredible Bunghole's answer, though.
Yeah.
It's like almost there, but not quite.
We're going to hit everything around it, and then...
Yeah, pretty much. I see her deep in thought over here. Yeah, fair enough.
Vin Diesel did not create Black Panther.
Vin Diesel did not create Black Panther. Fair enough. Family. I like what you did.
And the answer is it's actually a heart-shaped herb. I put plants from some special pond thing that only show up in Wakanda because you have to drink from.
It was the pond
bud.
after the fight, right? Like they had to fight the little fight right there beside the pond and then go to it. Wasn't that the whole thing?
No, the ancestral fight ground was like that pool on top of the waterfall. But
Right.
you had to go to a different pond inside the mountain that had these heart-shaped buds that gave and take away the Black Panther power.
That's it.
Which is super strength, super reflexes, super speed. The suit, the vibranium suit, all it does is just absorb blows and then redirect energy. So all of his like
Again.
superheroing, he could do all of his superheroing without the suit. The suit's just
In the
there as
nude.
protection.
But that wouldn't be appropriate.
It's kind of like if Captain America wore an Iron Man suit, like
It would
could-
protect his body for no reason, really.
well, no, like he could still do the superheroing without the Iron Man suit, but with the Iron Man
Yeah.
suit, he can do more damage.
Yeah, I'd say that's a fair comparison. We're on
Also,
to the free wager at
For,
halftime. Go ahead.
for the next one, as a clarification, this is the MCU's origin story, not comics.
Yep. MCU's, not comics. Here we go. Wanda Maximoff. So where was Wanda? How was Wanda's hero origin made in the MCU? You got your free wager, you got your points, you got a chance to do
Also,
things.
flashback to your 90s self. Did you ever think the third Olsen sister would be the most popular?
Yeah, I know, right? Every time I see her, I'm like, why does she look familiar? And I'm like, oh yeah, that. Yeah, no, I agree.
I'm gonna give it to Bungholes of the Galaxy, Bunghole America.
Yeah, if it has that word in it,
Yep.
that word is definitely the key.
Twin power, go.
Everyone in, and there's another one that got the correct answer. If you had the word Hydra in your answer, you were correct. She was experimented on by Hydra in the MCU, and that's what gave her her weird powers.
And so is Quicksilver. Well, in the MCU, so was Quicksilver, her bullet-absorbing brother. I mean super fast brother. That still blows my mind.
Mostly telekinesis powers, right?
You have super speed. Super speed.
Yeah.
And
Right,
you decide to body block bullets for somebody instead of, I don't know, picking them up and running away or
Be too
going
easy,
fast
Doug.
in the bullets and redirecting them, but instead you body block them? Like, come on.
Bro, it's to prove a point that I can eat bullets.
But yeah, in the comics, she's a mutant.
There you go.
For a while, she was thought to be her and Quicksilver were thought to be the twins of Magneto, which later was found out to be proven false. Magneto just kind of like raised them and also brainwashed them. So,
Huh.
if you read the House of M comics, it's disproven, and Wanda gets super pissed off. So does Quicksilver, but I much prefer Quicksilver from the X-Men than Quicksilver from the MCU.
That's fair.
Yep. All right.
Halftime, Doug.
Scores.
Read them their scores.
So far, we have first place Bunghole America 54.45. Bungholes of the Galaxy 41.4. Groot 29.7. Fourth place, I Am Bunghole. Fifth place, Inhumans. Sixth place, Dr. Bunghole. Seventh place, Black Widow. And eighth place, The Incredible Bunghole. I'd like to point out that Black Widow hasn't answered a question since the first round and still is not
two
in
rounds.
last place.
Well, the Incredible Bunghole's answers have been mighty incredible, but nowhere near correct.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, Rusty, it super depends on the canon on where they get their powers from. The canon we're looking for is the MCU. which is...
And we just went off what the MCU has wrote down as their canon.
Yep. I mean, yeah, give me a week and like access to writing a Marvel quiz, and the comic nerds alone would be the only ones getting it, which means like 90% of them would be pissed off because I didn't pick their canon, because the canon changes every like 3 years.
That's the beauty of canon, is that it's always changing.
I mean,
no
DC
one's canon
does
is
it all
ever
the
like...
time because they keep fucking up, and they're just like, "Hey, Flash ran back in time, so yeah, we're gonna reset everything." Not in last place because they're not at a softball game, then driving, then picking up the kid, then
picking up the kid, then driving more.
Butthead. Why are you calling me a butthead?
We weren't. Wait, hold on. Now, is that Black Widow? Because we were saying that it's impressive that Black Widow's still not in last, or is that person putting in the funny answers while driving around for softball games? Because we were definitely making fun of the Incredible.
We're not making fun of
Black Widow. We were making fun of the Incredible Bunghole because they've had funny answers the whole time, and it wasn't even making fun of them.
I love the chat. We will agree to disagree, but I value you as a human.
It's true.
Okay, right. Can we? That statement alone. Can we talk about how when you host in person, people get so fucking angry? The last time I hosted this, I literally had people come up and try to intimidate me into a correct answer, which is hilarious because I was sitting on a stool at the time, just like hunched over my laptop, putting in scores and shit. And this group, like 3 or 4 people walked up and they were trying to intimidate me into like, "You're wrong, this is why." And like I stood up and they would not back down. And I was like, eventually I just looked at him and was like, "Hey, here's your options. Either A, take the loss of points, B, keep talking shit and get pummeled, or C, you're going to get kicked out by the bartender." Like, you've got 3 choices, and I guarantee you 2 and 3 are probably going to happen sequentially. Like,
yeah, I mean, like, it's not going to go well for you. I can drive and insert some answers, Mom the multitasker. Don't do it while you're driving. Okay, proudly coming in last. That's acceptable. Right. We were just enjoying your funny answers.
You want to start up the next one?
All right. I got it. We're after halftime. Time to bring it home. Villain demises, Doug's favorite category of the night, probably.
I am so excited about this one.
All right. We talked about heroes. Let's talk about the villains and where they end up. You get a villain. You tell us how they died, or how they seem to have died.
Don't ask the first question just yet.
We're holding. So basically, we want either how they died, it's multiple choice, or the idea of what happened to them. And Doug is modifying the first question, so we're on hold. It's good now.
Yep.
I'm going to jump back over here. Start off where the MCU started. Obadiah Stane from Iron Man 1. How did he die?
And the GIF is I made all of these GIFs appropriate, so the GIF is Obadiah Stane from Iron Man 1, also known as the Ironmonger.
There you go, which we already discussed. Otherwise, you probably could have got a bonus point for it. We just hit the post. I hate hitting post. It's so stupid. By the way, found a new cider while we were in at the wedding in Raleigh, called like 1911.
Ooh, that's a good one.
There's a bunch of good ciders. I had their like tropical pineapple. It was delicious.
Also, 1911 is an amazing handgun. Just putting that out there.
Yes, it is. It's a great. I'm pretty sure it's 1911.
Yeah,
it's a year very close to that, which is why I remember it.
Special Forces still use the 1911 compared to the M&P 45, which is the normal infantry handgun.
Yep, 1911 is just a good gun, man.
Or the Glock.
Correct answer. Ah, the Glock. Glocks are just such finicky guns. They're really good at what they do, but they're also that went in. Of course, it did. Awesome. He fell into a reactor, an arc reactor, to be exact. Yep.
So actually, so the reason I had to change it is the second answer that we have is suit froze at high altitude and hit pavement. I originally had suit froze at high altitude and he went smush. So he's being carried up into the atmosphere, and Tony says, "Huh, how did you account for the change in temperature at high altitude?" And he goes, "What?" and his suit freezes up and he falls. But he falls into the arc reactor, and that's what kills him. Which is why I had to change to hit pavement, because went smush is also probably pretty accurate.
Probably pretty close, yeah.
Next one. Thanos the first time.
The first time. I just love reading the answers. Man, we gotta not turn the puck over in the offensive zone. What are we challenging for? Oh, we're challenging for offsides? Please, Lord, help us,
that
Jesus.
That looks pretty offsides to me.
I'm glad you're ahead, and I'm glad you think so.
Oh, I didn't see where the puck came from, though.
That's definitely offsides.
Oh, nope, that's 100%.
Yes! Thank you, Jesus! We needed that so badly. I know, but I mean, he's clearly offsides.
That's an entire body length offsides. Let's be real.
Yeah, I mean, that's a long, long way. All right.
The answer is his head got chopped off. And Thor says, I went for the head.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
And then he got fat.
And then Thor did get fat.
Which
I agree.
I love the Love and Thunder teaser trailer where it's a montage at the beginning and he's doing like chain flicks on Surtur's body.
All right. Number 27. Dormammu from Doctor Strange. Thank you, Mr. Referee. Dormammu. So Dormammu and Doctor Strange, is that
that's what they're calling it? Really?
What's up? Did I miss something?
Oh no. Okay. Okay, got it. Cool.
Trying to remember who Dormammu was. That was the first. Yeah, that's what it was. The first movie. There we go. Yeah. I remember now.
What's the answer?
The correct answer is he didn't die.
Dormammu, I'm here to make an agreement.
Yep, there you go.
And he literally dies hundreds of thousands of times.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. That's how he makes it happen.
Can we talk about how he had to live every single time that he died by Dormammu? At that point, being put into a wall, being put into the pavement, like being cut in half, being like literally there's no amount of pain I feel like he couldn't suffer. Like I've died 100,000 times. What can you do that a celestial being couldn't?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah. Well, and Dormammu literally just got fed up and was like, yeah, fuck this, I'm out.
Whatever, I'm leaving.
Next one is Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. This picture, it's supposed to be Kurt Russell's nose bleeding, and it just looks like he's wearing lipstick.
It does look like he's wearing lipstick. So Kurt Russell, or Ego, is the dad, right? Yep. This is Star-Lord's dad.
Yeah. He's a celestial mated with a human that created Peter Quill.
There you go. Not good with names.
Which I think it's pretty apropos for Kurt Russell's character to be called Ego.
Yeah, well, you know. We got 7 of 8 in, Douglas.
And the answer is a large bomb.
Kaboom.
So while Peter discovers his godlike powers and decides to fight him as Pac-Man for some reason.
Because why not?
Baby Groot and Rocket create a bomb with what are they called? Harbillary batteries or whatever. I can only remember what what's his
Where are you going?
What's his name? Played by Bautista.
No, Bautista, right?
Yeah. Harbillary batteries. Harbillary batteries. That's not how they're said at all. But he tries to instruct Groot, and he's like, hit this button, then this button. Show me. And then he's like, I am Groot? Yes, I am Groot. No.
I'm Groot.
Screw it.
Then he
We
goes
don't have
back over
time.
it.
Just go.
So then he goes back over it, and Groot takes off because like he looks up and he's running along with it.
Yeah.
If I remember right, didn't he?
And then Groot presses like 2 buttons at the core of Ego's planet, which destroys Ego.
There you go.
And then the worst death of all time. I'm sorry. I cried more for Zandu dying than Iron Man.
No.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
All right. Next question. Killmonger from Black Panther. Eric Killmonger.
Like I'm sorry. He is just jacked. Like that is
Michael
one
B.
sexy
Jordan,
dude.
right? I love Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan is
he plays Creed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's so good.
So the other part is like he started voicing characters for Rooster Teeth back in Red vs. Blue before he became big.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know
secondary
that.
characters. And then when he became big and Rooster Teeth made like a big series, I forget what it's called. He came back to voice a character for them. It just kind of as a like, hey, I remember you guys.
That's super cool.
He's a cool dude.
Correct answer. That seems awesome. He fell off a cliff. Bump.
All right. Mysterio from Spider-Man Far From Home.
Man, I'm telling you, I was the Braves. The Braves had a video today that I saw on Instagram that was one of those ones where players walk by a screen that's asking them a question. And it was asking them their favorite superhero. I think Spider-Man probably has to be my favorite superhero. Especially based on the new movies and just I just like Spider-Man. I've always liked Spider-Man, don't get me wrong, but the new movies have like seriously turned me into a even more big Peter Parker fan.
I can't like I have several favorites and it really just depends on what iteration. Like Batman's my favorite in the Metal Knight, when he literally just plays this like psychopathic, like imagine metal music was the background to everything Batman did.
Yeah.
In a metal suit, like it. Badass.
Fair enough.
But Batman is not my favorite superhero overall. Like,
then again,
Iron Man is my favorite.
But all my superhero.
Iron Man's probably my favorite. Like, it just take a standard, no extra powers, no nothing. Iron Man's probably my favorite because he wins by smarts alone.
He wins by money, Douglas.
Oh yes, obviously,
but he is also extremely smart.
But so does Batman.
I forgot.
Like, let's be real.
No, I've always said that about Batman. That's why I can never pick Batman as my favorite superhero, because he's just a multimillionaire.
But he knows all the martial arts, which I'll give him. But Tony Stark was like, screw martial arts. I have laser beams.
True. I did forget someone though, and I'm completely incorrect. My favorite superhero, hands down, is Deadpool.
Oh.
I own comics of Deadpool really hero, and have.
He's an anti-hero.
Yeah, no, that's fair. He's an anti-hero. Yeah. Well, he wants to do good sometimes.
He does good from time to time. No, Killmonger did not die by a spear. He got stabbed by a spear.
It's not the car wreck that kills you. It's not, what is it? It's not jumping out of the plane that kills you. It's the sudden stop into the ground. Yeah.
All right. Mysterio got killed by a drone. And then he said, Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Yep. Wasn't it his own drones that killed him, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Hold on. I'm gonna look this up.
All right, look it up. Look it up just to be safe.
This is one of those things like when someone says something with enough
conviction. Look what they wrote. Then he bled out while watching the sunset.
That's poetic as shit.
That's pretty good. I like that. I like the idea of him laying at the bottom of a cliff with broke legs, bleeding out, going, damn, if only it wasn't such a high cliff. That's pretty good. While Doug looks this up, we're looking for Hela from Thor Ragnarok. For this one, what is assumed to have killed her.
Sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, you're good. You're good. What is assumed to have killed Hela? And if Doug finds any evidence that the spear was in fact the murder weapon in the kitchen, No, wait. I did the spear too early. It would have been Black Panther with the spear on the cliffside. So, we got 7 of 8 answers in. I'm going to roll along. That way we actually get something done. The correct assumed answer is that she was killed by Surtur. Surtur?
Surtur.
Right? Thank you. Said it right the first time.
It's assumed, though. I mean, it could be that the two fought till Asgard was destroyed and they fell into the abyss. But we don't know.
Dun, dun, dun. The final question of the round is your wager round. I don't know what points look like, but it's not the last round, so it doesn't matter. Wager all the points you want. You don't need them. Last but not least, one of Doug's favorite deaths in the MCU. How does Ebony Maw, Thanos' resident magician, die? Doug in deep research. What is he thinking? No one knows. What is Lucas thinking? Thank Jesus that dude was offsides and we're not losing 2-1 right now, because that would be shitty. Can't do that, though. Stupid. So I just got a text from my bulk truck driver for tomorrow. If the people out there in Twitchland don't know, I do explosives for a living. And the dude who's bringing my explosives tomorrow texted me and said I'm staying in the truck and sent me a rain jacket. So apparently it's supposed to come a giant thunderstorm all day tomorrow. Hip, hip, hooray. I'm excited about it. Yep, we're going to go on a power play, and we need to stink and score on this power play. We are so cold on the power play. How do you feel about, I think Dr. Bunghole and, what do you got?
So here we go. So he gets stabbed by the spear by a clever move. Killmonger began to look back on his childhood memory of his father telling him the sun sets on Wakanda, the most beautiful in the world, and promised him that he would take him to see one day. Killmonger was carried along by T'Challa to an elevated platform. As they walked over a cliff behind the Great Mound, Killmonger and T'Challa stood near each other and sat down. Looking forward at the sunset, Killmonger was suddenly impressed by how beautiful it was. Having an idea, T'Challa told Killmonger he would possibly be healed from his wound that he inflicted on him. Facing toward him, Killmonger asked him why assuming that it would end up being with him in prison for life. Declining his offer for a second chance, Killmonger told T'Challa to bury him in the ocean like his ancestors and threw himself over the cliff.
He throws himself off the cliff. And the net. Let's go. Power play goal, baby.
Wait, hold
Let's go.
But later, earning T'Challa's forgiveness, Killmonger decided to die painfully, removing the spear from his body, bleeding out and dying. What? There's literally 2 different... You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go back and give it to people.
Go back and give it to those people now.
Yeah, that's...
On our current question, I have given it to anyone who wrote sucked into space. Inhumans wrote frozen in space. I feel as that is part of being sucked into space. Do you agree? Or would you like to give them partial credit because they forgot the sucking part?
No. As long as it was in space.
So therefore, everyone got the question correct. Except Kim, who wrote no clue. Because everyone had some iteration of sucked into space, frozen space, put into space, into a vacuum, blasted into space. So, and now we have sad face Kim.
Actually, you know what? Yar Roman Ya. What team are you on? I'll give you a couple extra points for correcting me.
That's a 2-point correction, I would say, because generally you're getting 2 points from a question.
And doing it civilly. I think.
Yeah, you weren't mean about it. You even had a beautiful like. Yeah. It's almost like a what's the weird little poems? The Japanese ones. It's almost like a haiku right there.
Yeah.
Then he bled.
So
out while
Yar,
watching.
Rum, and Ya. What team are you on? I'll give you a couple bonus points for tastefully correcting this.
I like it. That is, however, the end of this round. I will pull up the scoreboard.
Yep,
you got it?
No, I was going to say, you go for it.
All right, it should be coming up. In first place, we have Bunghole America with 85.015 points. Bungholes of the Galaxy, 61.195. Inhumans, 46.854. Groot with 46.409. I am Bunghole 46.027. Dr. Bunghole with 43.689. The Incredible Bunghole, apparently actually mad that she didn't care that they didn't get answers correct, has moved up to 36.471. And then Black Widow with 12.868. So Inhumans gets a bonus 2 points, which will move you
more, so
up
they're
to
actually at 48.
48.
Actually, I'll give them 3. 49.
So 49. So you've extended your lead of third place over my wife. Well done.
See, everybody, what happens when you are civil about corrections and all that shit instead of being like massive nerd rage people.
That bunghole sure is incredible. All right, bro. Your question. Take us into the next round.
All right, so for this round, we will give you several characters. So this round's called Shared Roles. So for this round, we will give you several characters from the MCU, not the actors. So it's going to be 3 degrees of separation here. We're going to give you the characters from the MCU, and you tell us what non-MCU movie they were in together. So you're going to have to figure out so we're going to give you a character name. You're going to have to translate character name to actor to other roles. So the first one is Black Widow and Rocket Raccoon. What movie were they in together of these
Heard
4?
your explanation, and then thought I heard you ask the question, and I glanced over and noticed the question wasn't up, and I was like, oh, Doug, you didn't ask the question. I thought you were just reiterating it, so I asked it real quick.
Oops.
So you guys have a few extra seconds on this one.
Yep.
Sorry, also, one of our players just got hit in the face with a puck.
Yep, I saw that.
Yeah, that's our rookie who's playing really good. Oh, but he was on the ground. 7th place, baby. Let's go! Moving on up.
Once again, we may be playing games after this, so make sure you join our Discord if you want to play. That's in our link tree.
There you go. Discord in that link tree. It's right there above the most recent posts. Also, you can also. You can type in, I think, !social if it's. I mean, if you miss one of those links, and I think it'll pop up. Yep. There you go. I do things sometimes. The correct answer, Doug.
Correct answer is he's just not that into you.
Good job, peoples. I'm not good with movies. Who is it? It's gonna affect us later, knowing who voices Rocket Raccoon, right?
That's Paul Rudd.
Okay. Paul Rudd voices Rocket Raccoon?
Yep.
And plays Ant-Man?
No, sorry.
You literally told me
Bradley
yesterday, and I forgot.
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper. Thank you. Okay. I was like, I am now gone crazy. The next one, the Hulk, the Vulture, Dr. Christine Palmer, Howard Stark, and Dr. Erskine.
Yeah. So.
Dr. Erskine.
In the GIF, that's Dr. Erskine. It's what's his name?
Is that Paul?
Stanley
that's not
Tucci.
Giamatti. Stanley Tucci. Thank you. I love Stanley Tucci.
I will say, as a hint. Actually, no, I'm not gonna give a hint because we already have a lot of them in. I'm not gonna.
I was about to say, you're good. You're good.
Yep.
The Hulk is Ruffalo. We already talked about, right? I don't know him in anything. That's what's funny.
All of these GIFs have at least one actor named
that is being referenced. Okay, yeah. Makes sense.
Actually, hold on. I might have a
7 of 8 RN. The correct answer here is Spotlight.
Oh no, I was wrong with one. Hold on.
What? Did I screw something up?
No, I screwed something up. No, not on that one.
Okay.
Don't ask the next one just yet.
They're good. It's your question anyway, so we can wait patiently. 2-on-1. And they passed it straight to the dude. Great. I love being on a 2-on-1 and not even getting a shot.
Hey.
Yep.
Next one.
Good question. You got it.
Captain Marvel and Captain America.
I'm so bad at actors, man. Like, I would have gotten none of these questions right. I think that was the one thing when I read over this category, I was like, this is the one that I just would have whiffed so hard. I would have had to rely on Kim wholeheartedly. And I don't know how she's doing this round. Funny face shaking face. So I'm gonna go with not great. I would argue that we're not huge Marvel nerds in this household, even though we watch all the movies. We just don't pay attention to a lot of the in-depth part of it. So, which I mean, this is knowing actors and actresses, which I'm bad at.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
There you go.
Which so she, I forget who plays Ramona Flowers, but she says you have to fight my 7 evil exes, and every time that Scott Pilgrim says your 7 evil ex-boyfriends, and she's like, no, my 7 evil exes. Brie Larson is one of them who plays a very butch, like football playing, like it is not a good look for, like, in retrospect, because I think that movie was made in like 2005.
It's pretty old, isn't it? I was gonna say 07. But I enjoyed the movie, though, to be honest.
It was a great movie. If you read the comics, though, I was
about to say it's based off the comic. Yeah,
they're fantastic.
I was curious because we have the whole comic collection, I think, downstairs.
Yeah, I do too, somewhere, but I think it's down in the basement. But yeah, Brie Larson plays her like 5th evil ex or something like that, who just beats the ever-loving shit out of him. And then Chris Evans who's Captain America, plays the skateboarding movie star. And he says, I remember that one. You can't do a grind thingy, whatever, on that rail. And he's like, do you think I'm going to risk my life going down that rickety old rail? Of course I am. And like kills himself.
I remember that one.
All right.
Number 36, the Hulk, Mysterio, and Iron Man.
Avengers Hulk, not original Hulk.
So, of course, we are, again, asking for Mr. Ruffalo, not the other actor. We in the current MCU.
Who was the other actor again?
Norton, Edward Norton.
No, Edward Norton. It's hard to remember his name for some reason.
Kim likes Edward Norton quite a bit, so.
He does good stuff, but everything I've heard is everyone hates working with him.
Apparently, people just don't like working with him. Yeah. Kim said he's difficult.
It's like Jared Leto that, like...
Jared Leto just comes into tank movie franchises, I think.
Yeah, he's... so he says he's a method actor, but...
Wait, did you say meth head actor?
Oh, yes. I mean, after watching...
his Joker?
Oh, no, not Joker. What was the other one he did? It was like a trilogy that wasn't a trilogy with like split personalities.
The correct answer here is Zodiac. Good job, most of you.
I mean, he always looks weird.
He always looks like tweaked.
Let me see if I can find it. And apparently Morbius, which
I heard Morbius was terrible.
His like entrance into the MCU just tanked.
Yeah, I heard it was bad, man. Like, Kim wanted to see it. I had no desire, and we just heard it was god awful.
Yeah, I don't. He's apparently in a bunch of
we'll go ahead and hit the next one while Doug figures this out.
Every 30-second... Wait, is he actually like a singer in 30 Seconds to Mars? He's
the lead singer, dude.
Oh, okay.
Falcon and Hawkeye. What were Falcon and Hawkeye in together? I would have got this one correct, I think. Trying to figure out what movie you're looking for, though. The non-trilogy trilogy. But yes, he is the lead singer of 30 Seconds to Mars, which is why all that's on there.
Oh, Split. I feel like Split had other...
I don't know. I can look at his whole IMDb, and I don't recognize half of it.
So it's Unbreakable, Split, and Glass.
Interesting.
So Glass... Maybe I'm thinking somebody else. Yeah, he wasn't in Glass. Never mind. He wasn't in any of the. So someone was just super creepy that I thought was him, but whatever.
No, the things you learn.
Yep.
I'm holding out for Dr. Bunghole's answer. Which they broke the rules, but they didn't break the rules, let's be honest.
Yeah.
The correct answer here is The Hurt Locker. Your fun piece of trivia for The Hurt Locker that I know because me and Kim Sporkle way too much is it was like the first movie that a female director won an Academy Award or one of the major... An Oscar. That was it.
She won an Oscar for...
Yeah, she got an Oscar for The Hurt Locker as the director.
Yep. Not best film, best director. But
best director. The film was amazing, though. I really enjoyed. I don't remember Hawkeye's name, but he did great in it.
I was gonna put what's his face, the main character,
in
Hurt Locker.
Oh, you're talking about the kid that he's training or whatever?
Yeah, who has a minor role in the MCU.
That would have been funny to use.
Which I didn't want to do because that might have thrown other people off because he's in
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah. Falcon.
Yeah, Falcon's in it. Yeah, Falcon was
not
one
Falcon.
The
other guy. There's a white kid. I can't remember his name, but he was one of the trainees who was also like a minor role in the MCU that I didn't want to put in there to like I didn't want to like throw people off.
Yeah, no, I think that was fair.
So, all right, next one. All right, this is a lot harder, but whatever. Thanos, Scarlet Witch, Agent Fury, and Mantis. And if you've ever watched Black Mirror, the girl in red played Mantis. This is from a...
What is the GIF from?
It's from Black Mirror. It's a... You put these little, like, temple... things on your temples, and you get transported into the game.
Gotcha.
It's two dudes end up having sex, like, through their fighter characters.
Neat.
It's weird.
Yeah,
well, they both have like failing marriages, and it saves their marriage. So.
Oh, weird. I know Black Mirror. Kim watched it.
Oh,
I didn't go in.
Have you watched Death to 2020 or Death to 2021?
No.
Yes, watch it. It's
okay.
So Black Mirror, the creators of Black Mirror said when COVID came out, there's enough fucking dark stuff out there right now. We're gonna make a comedy. And it's essentially like a recap of 2020, but with Lisa Kudrow, Samuel L. Jackson, like a bunch of other big actors being just hilarious. So I 100% would watch it.
Okay, I'll check that out.
And the answer is Old Boy, which is also a really fucked up movie.
Yeah, I don't know that.
So... Josh Brolin plays this dude who's been trapped in a hotel room for like 15 years. He gets let out, saves this woman from getting attacked or whatever. Samuel L. Jackson plays like the mob boss, and Mantis, or I forget what her name is, like Palm something or other. Palm Metliff or whatever, like plays one of the reinforcers, ends up having sex with the girl. Turns out it's his daughter, and that was the revenge all the whole time. So I just ruined Old Boy. If you ever want to watch it, but
spoilers. There you go.
It was based off a shocker. It was based off a Japanese movie. So
big surprise. Thanos is Ron Perlman, right? Or am I getting that wrong?
No, Thanos is Josh Brolin.
That's it.
Who played in Deadpool, played in number 2.
Yeah, he played Cable, right?
Cable, yeah.
Yep. We just hit the post again. I hate everything. Thor, Saldana, and Doctor Strange. Go away.
So Saldana, if you guys have watched Westworld, that's Zoe Saldana, who plays...
Wait, is her name Saldana?
Ryan wrote it.
Okay.
It's the green one, Gamora. Sorry.
Gamora.
So
yeah, it would have been
Thor,
Gamora, right?
and Doctor Strange.
Extra hint there for you.
The first three got it right, so on point.
I mean, I would think that people would know this one. Man, I love Benedict Cumberbatch. I'm right. That is Benedict Cumberbatch, right? Thank goodness. I remembered a thing.
You mean Bumblebee Cumberbund?
Are you serious?
Have you not seen those articles where people misspell his
Which
name
one
on
isn't in it?
purpose like the entire time?
Oh. Hey, wait. Hey, Doug.
Yeah.
Who does Chris Hemsworth play in Star Trek? Was he thinking of Chris Pine?
He's thinking Chris Pine.
Kim, I think everyone else
Chris
got it
Pine
right.
Plays Picard, or not Picard.
He plays
William
Shatner's
Shatner's character.
Picard, I'd had it. Yes, hold on. Cock. Spock. Good lord, we're done.
No.
Kirk, Captain Kirk.
Kirk, thank you. Yes,
He
Chris
plays
Pine
Kirk.
plays Captain Kirk.
But if you put Kirk and Spock together, you get cock. What is this?
I mean, you're not wrong. It's spelled
Oh
with a K,
my god. I know, but still.
The answer is Star Trek.
But everyone gets credit because everyone else got it right but Kim, and I'm giving her credit because she looked at me and said, Chris Hemsworth isn't in Star Trek.
Wow.
No, I mean, I absolutely thought that was spot on. And then when she said that, I went, wait a minute, you're right, aren't you?
Yeah. Again,
no bonus points for you, but I'm proud of you. Good job. You did well.
All right, it's on to you. I'll be right back.
Oh, great. You gave me these names? Nakia and Mbaku. Mbaku. Okay, you can leave now. I'm bad at words. I love how they keep showing this offsides play. It's the free range round. So you're just guessing what movie these two were in. And we've given you one of the actresses. I know what I would have guessed here, and it probably would have been wrong. Yeah, you should probably take your time more. Good job, Inhumans. Well done. And a good wager, too. Dang. No, that's the answer I would have put. That I think would have been... Well, I'll just be honest. I think I would have put Get Out as my answer, which is incorrect. Because I think one of them was in it. Ooh, Bond. Is she in Bond? Gotcha. We have 4 answers in and 1 correct answer for a lot of points. Inhumans trying to pull the lead over back up. It's about 4 seconds left to answer. We'll give all of our colorful bungholes time to get their answers in. If you don't know, you don't know. Just throw out I don't know so we know. Thank goodness the Hurricanes scored on the power play. That makes me very happy. There it is. I assume Dr. Bunghole is not sweeping in with a glorious answer here after a minute and a half. If you are and I ended this on you, I apologize. But we're going to get on to the final round. The correct answer was Us, which is the Jordan Peele movie, which is why I would have thought Get Out. But, oh well. We'll jump to the scoreboard real quick. Pop up our teams here. In the first place, Bunghole America, still with 103 points. Bungholes of the Galaxy, 79.235. Inhumans, 61.816 after an excellent 10-point grab right there. I am Bunghole with 60.658. Groot with 55.928. The Incredible Bunghole with 54.536. Dr. Bunghole with 45.689, bringing up the new almost rear. And Black Widow with 12, obviously. But they aren't here anymore, so you know what? Whatever. Inhumans got that correct. and I shared that I would have guessed Get Out because that would have been
which is the same creator.
Which is Jordan Peele, yeah. So.
It's weird that like the two directions they took, which Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele are both fantastic in what they do, but 100% Key found his rhythm in acting, and Peele found his rhythm in directing.
Inhumans, with the knowledge here, Chris Hemsworth played Chris Pine's dad in the flashback.
Ooh. Oh, that's right,
and
actually.
Kim now gets a negative point.
Ooh.
Not that it mattered, because I'm pretty sure she's in, like, 7th.
Right. So the
He
last
played Chris
round
Pine's dad
is
in the flashback.
extreme mode. Time to separate out the true fans. These are the hardest questions Mitch could muster. First question: which fictional New Mexican town does the first Thor movie start in?
Kim's extra point, and I'm going to give Inhumans a extra point. Actually, I'm going to give them another extra 2 points. They're right on that. No one else corrected us. They just put the right answer. And once again, gentlemanly and or ladylike, whichever you like. Nice, polite correction. And as Doug said before, it's my game and I do what I want.
Yep. You are not wrong, sir.
And since we are doing this together, it's our game and we do what we want.
Yep.
So even if Poopville. Custom.
Although after the conversation we had about generalization, I feel like this gets into the turning people away who won't answer, who will get 0 points.
Yeah, no, let's not go there, Douglas.
Well, I'm not bringing it up, but you know.
I know, trust me. Did you have to go look how to spell Albuquerque? Because it told me you detected a violation.
Probably.
Oh, gotcha.
I like how they're trying to figure out how to do the play-by-play show.
Yeah.
And it's showing the tool on the side of the screen.
Yeah. I
don't know how to work this.
I love how Kim just said, I tried to come up with the only New Mexican town I could think of, and if you look at the question, it's which fictional New Mexican town?
No. We're
Nailed
missing Dr. Bunghole.
That's alcohol. Don't spray that at me. Nerd? Which bunghole? Dr. Bunghole? Dr. Bunghole didn't answer the last question either, but I'm pretty sure Dr. Bunghole's Ben. I may be wrong.
No. Let's move on to the next one, I guess. The answer is Puente Antigua. Antigua.
Seriously, good luck in this round. If anyone gets a question right, you're amazing. Because this is tough. Technically, one got counted right there, but that was just Inhumans bonus points that I was giving out.
Yeah. This next one I'll give you. Let's give them within 100.
Yep, I say within 100 of this. So, in Spider-Man Homecoming, what was Peter Parker's locker number? So, within 100 of the number, which would lead you to believe it's a pretty big number. Maybe even 4 digits. Who knows?
4 digits? That sounds like so much. Why would it ever be?
So many digits.
Actually, okay, so...
64,400.
It's incorrect, but Bunghole America, that would have been an amazing Easter egg if he shut his locker and it was 616, which is the universe that the Marvel universe or MCU exists in. That would have been a really good Easter egg.
I disagree completely. I think I Am Bunghole had the best answer with 69,420. Blaze it, nice. All right, what do we?
Missing 2,
what?
Missing 1.
I love how we pointed out that it could possibly be 4 digits, and the majority of the answers are either 5, 3, or 2 digits.
So yeah,
looking at someone shaking their hands over
2, 4, 3, 4, but the last fourth one
0.
is it starts with 0.
Oh,
What?
Dr. Bunghole!
What?
Dead on!
Hold on, no,
Not
I'm giving it, and no flag to. I'm giving it. Hold on,
No flag.
That's a
Bonus
5-point
points.
answer. That's a
See,
5-point
I'm telling
answer.
you, I think most questions in this round should be worth a ton.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
All right.
And without getting a cheating.
Okay. Yeah. So the answer.
The correct answer is 1184, which none of you were near except for Dr. Bunghole,
Who was spot on.
Spot on. And if you put in your DVD and sped to that part of the movie that fast, bravo, points for you.
Yeah. If you somehow had that, yeah. Honestly, so I will always say, at live trivia, if for whatever reason you have on your person, like the answer, like let's say for some reason I ask you an elemental question.
Well, I was gonna say if you asked me what the towel from the Hurricanes whatever game said, and I happen to be carrying my towel,
right,
that says "bring the noise,"
like incidental, like we literally had one night where we asked an elemental question where it was like, what are the symbols of this, that, and the other, and someone was like, I have a periodic table in my wallet. Am I allowed to use it? And we're like, fuck yeah, why not? Like,
way to be prepared.
And it was just a random thing. But then after that, they started bringing in a folder of like, it was like this massive stack of bullshit. And I'm like, no. If it's something you just happen to randomly carry around, like, I've got a calendar on my, like, I've got one of those little cards that has the full year on. Like, yeah, fine, use it. I don't care. But if you have a movie on you, you're more than welcome. If you can do it in 45 seconds to put a movie in and fast forward to that part, you're more than welcome to do it.
Yeah. Or like me, who carries a Lucky Hurricanes poker chip in his pocket all the time. Say we asked a question about poker chips. He pulls it out, poker chip.
Poker chip. All right. So
wait, hold on.
Wait, is it me or you?
It is you.
All right. So we all hopefully know that vibranium was used to make Cap's shield. But which mystical metal was used to make Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, as well as his battle axe, Stormbreaker? This word is used only once by Peter Dinklage's character about what Stormbreaker is made of. And how you have to heat it.
So the dwarf mentions it once.
The dwarf giant.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
He says it's made out of this item, and the core of a sun is the only way you can heat it to form something, and which is why Thor has to withstand the power of a sun to make Stormbreaker.
The Cap infomercial is one of my favorites.
So the heart of a dying star is where the element is taken from.
Rocks.
It is a mythical element. Shouldn't say mystical. It's mythical element.
I love how you're like very, very in tune with what this answer is, and I'm just watching Cap pull up his chair and talk to kids about in-school violence or whatever it is.
So, he got caught taking drugs.
Yep.
I loved that.
It's so good.
Which I was kind of hoping Power Rangers
is... there we go. Sorry, go ahead.
So Power Rangers is a Marvel
really
property. It's a DC property. But
I did not know
the scene. So the only reason I know it's a DC property is because there has been a Power Rangers Ninja Turtle fight and a Ninja Turtle Batman fight in the comics.
Oh.
It's also one of those like Marvel owns multiple companies, DC owns multiple companies, because Power Rangers has been written by the MCU or written by Marvel previously. I was fully waiting for them to be in detention in the newest Power Rangers movie, and Captain America to show up.
Cap.
So you're in detention because Power Rangers has been in Marvel before in the comics.
Yeah.
And I was just as a nod of like, yes, we understand. But anyway, the answer is Uru. You are you. Which is what most god weapons are made of in the MCU. The equivalent in the DC universe is the ninth element. They call it the ninth universal element or something like that, which is what Hawkman's mace is made of.
There you go. Things you learn. What was the name of the club that Peggy told Steve, Captain America, to meet her at for the rain check on their dance?
Oh, sorry.
What was the name of the club?
Not ninth. Sorry, I am so wrong. My bad. Nth metal.
Nth metal. So the Power Rangers are they were owned by Walt Disney in the 2000s, but they were owned by Saban, Walt Disney, back to Saban, and now they're owned by Hasbro, actually. And they sometimes just do crossovers in DC Comics for some reason, which is really weird, with the Justice League. So odd. Because they're technically owned by Saban. I don't know how you say that. Saban. That was that thing that they used to pop up on the screen when we watched this stuff when we were kids. That's all I know. Things you learn. Hands over nerd card.
Yeah, that
5 of 8
it has been
then.
correcting us at every turn, and that's. I've gone back and corrected everyone who has answered correctly.
Yeah, I fixed Kim's mistake too, so we're good. I enjoy when we're. Yep, nope, sorry. Lion King wasn't the correct answer. None of those people were actually in the Lion King.
And it's Hasmania.
New York's hottest club, Push. The correct answer here was the Stork Club. Push it real good.
How many countries ratified the Sokovia Accords? I will give it to you within 20.
I was gonna do 30. I like it. 20's good.
Within 20, how many countries ratified the Sokovia Accords?
I love that the NHL is using who's that? Sticks. Renegade. They're using Renegade for the playoffs this year.
Oh, there we go. That's one.
The long arm of the law. Oh wow, we were within 20, right?
Yep.
Well, she didn't get it exactly right, but she got it.
Within. And the answer is 117.
There you go.
This is an easier one.
It is, actually. What was the name of the elite combat unit that Cap led during World War II? It's an easier one, but again, I don't think I would have got it right. I know it. Like, I know this group, but I just wouldn't have come up with their name. I feel like I would have wrote down something from Inglourious Bastards.
The Super Soldier Buddies. Yep.
Exactly.
That sounds like a...
That sounds like a shitty cartoon that we would have had to watch on like whatever cartoon
that's like the
knockoff
80s.
was.
Back when it was like what's the like back during G.I. Joe and stuff like that. That was like the knockoff.
Yeah.
Super Soldier Buddies.
Actually, Super Soldier Buddies is what it's not even a cartoon. Super Soldier Buddies is what your mom buys you at the dollar store. That's supposed to be G.I. Joe, but it's not. Here's your Super Soldier Buddy. What?
Jeez.
This isn't G.I. Joe.
So apparently the Reds beat the Cubs in baseball 20-5.
Good Lord.
Does defense not exist? Or...
It's weird. The Braves beat the Marlins last year like 28-10 or something. And the Braves are a good defensive team. We won the World Series last year. So sometimes, to be honest, home runs are crazy nowadays, man. They hit the ball long.
All right.
The correct answer here was the Howling Commandos.
All right.
And Ultimate.
Valkyrie lived as a scrapper on the planet of Sakaar. Instead of using her name, the Grand Master refers to her as Scrapper number what? I'll give it to you within 20.
Love it. Yes, Ben. Nobody wants Booster.
Nobody wants a booster.
I never seen that movie until I married Kim, and her family watches it every Christmas. So now we watch Jingle All the Way. It's turbo time, and I love Arnold. I don't know how my family didn't want. Well, I do know. My mom doesn't like what she likes to call stupid movies, and I do think Jingle All the Way falls into the category of a stupid movie. It's funny and entertaining.
My favorite part of that movie is, I forget the actor's name, but he's hitting on the wife, like obviously trying to
the neighbor.
And
get away from my wife.
And she straight up just like chokes him into the window of his own car. Like, get the fuck
my favorite
away.
part is when he Howard had the cookies. Howard, your wife's baking cookies. It's great. Get away from my wife. Why are you in my house?
Howard, stay away from the cookies.
Stay away from the cookies, Howard.
Phil
Nobody wants booster.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite part of that movie
your wife's
is
in the shower. She just got out of the shower. Like,
yeah.
Howard, stay away from my wife.
Stay away from my wife. My favorite part of that movie is the beginning. My favorite. No, put the cookie down. My favorite part of the movie is the beginning, where he's talking to the people on the phone. Yes, thank you. You are my favorite customer. And then he talks to his wife. Thank you for calling. You are my favorite customer. Wait a minute, honey. I'm sorry.
I love you.
I love you.
Which is how I imagine he talks to his Kennedy wife.
Yeah, that's right. Mall of America. Yeah, no, I agree. Then again, I also think that if you've ever seen him on TikTok, that's how he talks to his donkeys.
Nope. Yeah.
I love you.
You're my favorite customer.
You're my favorite customer. What?
And the answer is 142.
And no one was close enough. Good try, though. No. Nobody wants the booster. All right, final question. No. We are not even looking at the scores because, as I recall, it's a runaway. I appreciate you all for trying.
That was
way to draw your points.
Sick people, man. Sick people.
Sick people. Oh yeah, Sinbad's in that movie. Yep. I forgot Sinbad's in that movie.
Oh, as he's trying to steal.
I know.
The foot race. Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Cupid, not Vixen.
Anna Blitzen.
As he's like banging against the window, like
yes, let us in. We don't have it here. Let us in. I have a bomb. All right, this has literally become about Jingle All the Way. Final question: which uncredited actor read the distress signal of the Asgardian refugee vessel that can be heard at the beginning of Infinity War? To get back to that though, my family's movie has become
GIF related.
Do what?
GIF related.
Oh yeah, GIF related. Who am I? Who am I? My family's movie became The Cranks. Christmas with the Cranks. My parents fell in love with. Like we watched. I'm a Christmas Vacation guy. I love my Christmas Vacation. I have to watch it at least 3 times, right when Christmas starts, sometime during the middle, and on Christmas Day. At least 3 times. But my parents love Christmas with the Cranks.
I don't think I've ever watched that movie.
You've never watched that with Tim Allen? Where they decide to cancel Christmas because their daughter's gone, and then she comes back at the last second.
I do remember that.
Your face isn't moving. I got Botox. I'm trying to remember. My favorite part though with that is when they leave they're putting up the snowman on the roof, and they leave the dude up there while they're having the party. We left him on the roof. He's seen it. He realized what we were talking about. Besides, it's a Christmas movie. It's not ruined. You're ruined. If I know this. Harry Potter. I honestly would have given people points if they had put in Gilderoy Lockhart. It's Lockhart. The gift was your hint. But I waited until everyone had put in their answer.
I literally said gift related.
Gilderoy. But I don't know Lockhart's real name, obviously.
So he has
several
Oscars.
That's why the gift's there.
He has several Oscars under his belt. None of them for acting. Most of them are for directing. So he puts himself in his movies as like tertiary, quaternary characters.
Yeah. Oh, are you talking about the dude who's like
Who plays
in all the
Gilderoy
Marvel?
Lockhart? Yeah.
Oh, plays Lockhart. Yeah,
Yeah.
he does. Yeah, I remember that. Sorry, I
So-
was thinking about Happy in the Marvel universe.
So
We didn't have any questions
he
about
actually
Happy.
directed Infinity War.
The dude, Lockhart did?
Yeah.
Wow. Because I always know the dude who's the uncredited guy that plays Happy, because he's like a director too.
Jon
isn't he?
Favreau, who
Yeah, Favreau.
So he's the brains behind the entire MCU. He's the one who like says this is what's gonna happen, when, where, and how, this, that, and the other, and then gives off like directorship to different people. But
Gotcha.
anyway, the answer. You wanna take it?
The other thing that I forget before I ended the question, we'll give you your answer, and you can have a wonderful night, or you can come play games with us, whatever you want to do. Is that I always forget that he plays Poirot in Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah.
Tim always reminds me of that, and he is an excellent Poirot. Those movies are so good. We have really enjoyed them. The correct answer, Kenneth Branagh.
Also, here's a link to Discord if you just want to like. Oh, that's
straight.
Sorry, that's GIF.
That's a GIF.
Yeah, no. There we go.
You just want to give a straight. I think exclamation
if you're going to
Discord.
Discord, we're going to play Discord later. But Kenneth Branagh, sorry, he wasn't a director. He was an executive producer on what's it called? Any game. But he directed Death of the Nile, was in it. Directed Belfast, was in it. Directed Artemis Fowl, was in it.
That's so impressive, man.
Death on the Orient Express, Death on the Orient Express, directed, was in it.
Was in it, and it's not even just in it; is the featured character in those movies.
He directed Thor, Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit, Cinderella.
Oh wow!
Like, he's been in he's directed a bunch, and that's where all of his Oscars come from, is directing. But anyway, Kenneth Branagh.
So I gave Sinbad a point. I gave Sinbad a point because it was my favorite answer. Because I can. No. Sinbad.
No. All right. Well.
No.
Thank you all for playing. Let's go into our first place. American Bunghole, 104.784.
Yeah, Bunghole America. Easy points.
Bunghole Galaxy 79, Inhuman 74, Groot 57.
Good job at second and third, though.
I am Bunghole 55, The Incredible Bunghole 52, Dr. Bunghole 40, and Black Widow 12, who quit early.
Feels bad. Well played, everyone. Good job. Way to know your Marvel history. Next week we'll be back.
Bunghole America. You guys know how to get in touch with me on Discord. We will
link there.
Yeah, link to Discord is in there if you guys want to join us. We're gonna play some games. We're gonna go offline for a second. See if people join us or whatnot in chat. If not, we'll probably go do our own thing. Maybe do whatever.
Watch hockey.
But thank you all for playing. Again, Bunghole America in Discord. Follow that link. Contact me because I am at the top. It literally says Doug. Give us your address and we will send you the prize.
Which have we revealed the prize?
We have not.
Do we want to?
Yeah, why not?
I believe the option is for you to take an Amazon gift card, or you can get the we have Avengers shot glasses. So
your choice. So
Avengers shot glasses are pretty neat though. Next week we'll be back at 7 p.m. on Thursday night. We'll have our normal quiz, so you don't have to know all your Marvel stuff, just general knowledge. So basically watch Jeopardy all week and then come back and we won't answer any questions like that.
So what we will say is as a I'm not even going to call it an overhaul, an adjustment, we are going to try to work our way away from our more niche topics. What we might do in the future, we're talking a couple weeks, maybe a month, 2 months down the road, is have trivia on nights other than Thursday that are super niche. Like, oh, do you like Power Rangers? we're going to have a Power Rangers trivia night. Oh, are we going to have a hockey night? Oh, are we going to have a... We might do that. And we definitely would be up for suggestions and all that stuff, but we are going to look into special trivia nights.
I think those would be shorter quizzes.
Oh, yeah. Those would be like 15, 20 questions tops. Probably followed by games and whatnot. So...
Yep.
Anyway, all right, well, follow the link. We will be in our
general
Twitch chat. We're gonna jump over to Discord. We will see you all there. Hopefully to play games. Thank you all for playing, and we'll catch you later. Goodbye.
Later, guys.